Holy cow. Has it really been over a week? God dang it. Happy 2024, everybody. A bit late for that, I guess. I didn't expect him to take over a week off, honestly. I thought I'd be like streaming all last week or something, but I don't know, I felt too exhausted to do so. And got distracted, but that's all my fault. Yeah. I'm still very thankful for the donathon and all that. It does mean a lot. I can be comfortable this month a little bit. I still have to do emote stuff. I haven't got it commissioned yet because I have the idea for the one animated emote. I have not. I'm like looking through things. I'm like, what do I want for the other ones? What works? What's great? I don't want to like copy someone else's or something like that. But like, it's also like I gotta think about it. So I may just like try to get at least the two emotes, the regular emote and the first animated one, out of the way, so I could then think about the other two eventually. Hello. But yeah, I wasn't expecting to take the week off. I got distracted with Skyus. Did you know this guy in 7's cool? Ah, thank you for getting us. Appreciate it. This guy is 7's kick-ass game. I'm gonna play that on stream, maybe at least story mode, but I can't use my save that I'm using right now. I gotta redo all these scenes and stuff too. I may do that a little bit throughout the week because it's kind of hard to stream this week because Dot's doing her subathon and I'm going to be on there at for the Link to the Past. Chat makes a Link to the Past randomizer seed. You should go there for that. That's a fun time. It's supposed to be Friday, but it might change, so I'm kind of like winging it right now. Yeah. I'll be working on everything else. Next week will be when I actually have like I'll have the Jackbox night. I'll have Stark Soul started. I'll have Mega Man X7 going on at one of those at the same time. So I'll do all three of those next week. That'll take care of all those to start with. And then what, the emotes are really what I have to work on. Those will be done. Hopefully, if I could get them commissioned, I could have them all done. At least two of them done by the end of the month. We'll see. But first stream, I decided let's just do some casual randomizer. I'm a little tired. We'll do that. Maybe I'll play some like Granblue Fantasy Versus just to kind of show off what I've been playing on the side as well. I know fighting games don't do too well in terms of like people watching, but you know what? I can just play it for a little bit after this randomizer. Why not? I have no idea what the seed is. I just rolled it, so let's do this. Where is we? Boop-a. We're going over here. I know it's not the most exciting thing to stream. I know, especially with everything else I've been doing, you know. But it's chill and it's a fun time. I like chatting with everybody, so this is a good way for me to do so, you know. No, that's not how you spell my name. Digi. Where's the number? Do we have numbers? Yeah. 2024. Whoa. In case you don't know, I really like the Link to the Past randomizer. It's very good. If you've never played this and you don't know what's going on, honestly, it's the easiest thing to pick up just by watching. But I'm here to talk and I'm here to chat, and more than I am actually just trying to play the randomizer. That's actually a really good start. What the fuck? Henry, how's the volume and stuff, by the way? It's been a little while since I've streamed. Yeah, I say that, but it's only been like, again, a little over a week. It just feels like I haven't streamed forever. And I feel bad. You guys gave me like a whole bunch of support and everything, and then I'm like, I'm not streaming. I don't want to be that way, you know? It's also very early in the morning, so this is like a completely different time slot than I'm used to. And I'm sure everybody's kind of like still sleeping. Well, I get out of the way. That's bomb money. But yeah, I've been distracted with those games at the very least. Disgaea 7 is so good. I was kind of a little skeptical on it just because I wasn't sure how it was going to play out. And no, it's actually a really good Disgaea game. I would say probably the best in the series, and I really loved 5, so if 7 can beat that, that's a good, strong testament to what I think the game is. It does some unique things that I think are super cool, and it streamlines a lot of the grinding that the previous games required you to do a little bit of extra work for. It just kind of happens naturally now. It kind of just like you're just doing your thing for grinding, and then this other thing also happens on the side. It's cool, actually. I'll grab some hearts. I'm not really concerned with time today. I'm just gonna chill and relax and talk. Hi. But another thing I've been doing, I've been talking about this. I've been playing a lot of Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. Game kicks ass. And I'm usually one that will, like, if I get into a fighting game, I'll usually play it for like a week. Not even like a week, it'll be like a day or two. Being like, oh, I could probably learn this, and then I just never bother loading the game up again. I have loaded up Grand Blue Fantasy Versus every day so far, since I've had it. It is an incredibly fun game, and I can learn it quickly. One of the things it does well is I don't have to know like quarter circles. I can just turn off technical inputs and just do button presses for my specials. And it doesn't really change how the game works. It just changes how I input things, and it does adjust my damage a little bit if I just use them raw, but it's like 10%. It's nothing crucial. That's a lot of bombs. I've been like I wasn't sure who I was gonna main when I picked up the game, because I got the free version to try it out, and I'm like, you know what, I like the mechanics. I'm gonna try and figure this out. And then I don't know who I was gonna pick. I was gonna pick probably like one of the like a Neela. I think I was gonna pick her. And then I ended up picking Belial as my main, which completely was not expecting that to be the character that I wanted to pick up, but it just happened. Whoa, okay. No, this is my first stream of this year. I'm sorry if it's a randomizer. I know it's not the most exciting thing. And it's early in the morning. It just kind of happened that way. I do need to start streaming more again. I'll probably stream something more meaty in like a few days. I just haven't had the drive, really, I guess. I just haven't had any ideas on what either. I don't want to do any of the incentive stuff until next week, when I know I'm not going to be busy or needed elsewhere. And also so I can actually like have a schedule out and be like, hey, yeah. I plan on doing a lot more stuff. Gotta do more retro stuff. I gotta do more fun stuff. But hello. Oh, dang. Interesting. I think we just do race game. We get the boots. Holy cow. What is this seed? Nah, it's been fun. Like, it's not that I don't want to stream. I absolutely do. So, like, not streaming for a week makes me feel bad. Thank you for the resub. Appreciate it.
Quark just subscribed for 15 months. Digit 78 skunkily hip.
Thank you, I appreciate it. 15 months, what the fuck? I really do. I do enjoy streaming, and I definitely want to keep doing it. So, like, even just taking a week off makes me feel so bad. Especially if I'm trying to take this more seriously as, like, a job. That's not a good thing to just take a week off and just be like, whoops. That didn't mean to happen, but whatever. I promise I'll do better. I promise I'll do better with streaming in the next week. It's not really that I burned myself out. It's just that I got distracted. I actually was just like, it was a combination of just being, I was a little exhausted just from lack of sleep. Sleep has been a problem again. So I had to figure that out. Like, I'm right now exhausted, but I just was like, I'm up. I'm gonna just gonna, yeah. I just need to go to bed at a decent time instead of like 4 a.m. I have the mirror. God dang it. It's fine. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I get it. Like, taking a break is probably good from time to time. But also, you know, streaming is still a fun thing for me, so I still want to stream. I just have bad ideas. I just never know what to do, so I'm gonna have to like start changing how I stream and what I just stream. Which is why I'm probably gonna do this guy as 7. As like, you know, a try as something else, as something different. Kind of show my interests and gush about a game I really like. Oh! While also talking about how great the story is in that one. I love the story of this guy 7. It's so good. We're almost in Dark World. We're getting Dark World. Never mind. We're getting the Dark World. What do I do? I could do Power Para. I don't have a lamp or fire source, but I still gotta think of emote ideas. I mean, I got the dance emote thing, or emote dance planned. I need to figure out a standard emote. I can't think of like a face that would be good though. I'll probably have to look it through like anime screen caps or something. See if there's something that like catches my eye. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I don't want to take ideas from people because then everyone's just going to give me a million ideas and it's like, well, I can't just do everything. I don't want to disappoint people. Okay. I could do Under the Bridge. The only reason I don't is because I am, like, not good at doing the fake flippers up to that point. Okay, so Ether. But there's nothing's really going to be out of logic unless it's like Misery Mire or Turtle Rock, which by that point I'll probably be a go mode situation anyway, so... And yeah. I guess we just... Let's not do that. Actually, yes, let's commit. God dang it. Forgot we could do Hype Cave. We got boots and mirror. We can do a lot of stuff here, actually. But yeah, there'll be a lot of plans for games and cool stuff to do, and probably do some challenge stuff. I'm gonna look into it and see what else. And I also thought about it, and I want to do a video project of some kind, where like once a month I talk about games I'm playing off stream. That'll be a fun thing. Oh, god dang it. Thieves Town, Skullwoods, Misery Mire, and Swamp is there. Okay, so we do need flippers. I just don't know what else to really say. I have been trying. I need to do better. I want to do better, you know. Want to improve streaming and whatnot. I want to start getting my goals going, you know. I'll take it. There's just so much I want to do. I need to update my stream overlays and all that stuff too, so, you know, I'll be working on that and make it a lot bit better and try to have a little bit, few more redeems here and there. Well, I know we have a few, but I feel like there's a few we can probably either just get rid of or, you know, add in for fun. I don't want to do too much right now because if I add too many apps, then my computer probably won't be able to take it. Especially depending if I'm playing a more intensive game. Which is not often, but... We're going... here. Hello! You know what? No, we're gonna mirror here. Yeah, 2024. I'm expecting it to be a good year. I'm gonna go in with a good mindset. Meanwhile, I'm already in a good, like, frame of mind for 2024, just because, again, I picked up Grand Blue Fantasy versus FFT Music Pack. Yep, Final Fantasy Tactics, MSU. I haven't played this game in a while. I feel like it'd be hard for me to get back into it, but because, you know, after playing Disgaea, it's kind of hard to, like, go into a game where they actually limit you a lot. But the way I played Final Fantasy Tactics was the way I kind of played, hang on a second. Was the way I kind of played, I can't go this way. Oh my god, what was I saying? It was the way I played Disgaea. I was supposed to give brutal sector difficulty-wise. Yeah, once you get to a point where, like, you know how to grind it out, it can get pretty brutal, but once you get to that point and grind there a little bit, it's easy to just deal with it. I think I just ended up getting, like, the max level and, like, really good equipment, and just constantly fell into, like, a level down trap to just level up again, just because I had nothing else to do. I don't know if that actually did anything. I don't think it did. This is a risk. I'm gonna take it. I don't need to be in here. Remember MC teleporting, rapid punching everything, and everyone was close to his power level. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right for any of those kind of tactics games where you can make your own, like, character arm, or your own, like, you know, units. One character will just be overpowered, while the rest will just fall behind. That's how it is with the Skya right now. The Skya 7, Fuji is just incredibly powerful. And there's nothing that I can, like, he's already mastered every class. His stats are like 1 million base, I think, or something like that. And then he has some pretty good equipment, and I have to get all the other equipment low. Skya 7 has a lot of really cool mechanics that makes it interesting to grind on that one. If you've ever played a Skya game, did I get an item in there? No, I did not. We're gonna check this then. I the first one, unless it's best to start with anymore. There's some stuff. One of the things I remember about it that's a little hard to go back to for me to actually go back and play it, is when you move let's say you move 2 units, right, and they are attacking the same enemy. If the enemy dies, you now can't remove the unit that took no action. So like if you have 2 units attack the same unit and the enemy dies, now the unit that didn't get to attack just stands there. And Skya 2 onward, they fixed that to where now you can cancel out their movement and remove them if you need to. And then 7, oh my god, 7 has a lot of wild quality of life stuff from previous games, compared to previous games. And the story is definitely, if you actually really like the story of the Skya 1, I feel like this is like a return to form of what that was doing in terms of its story. Because the Skya 5, as much as I like the Skya 5, the story was weak because it ended up being a typical, like, what's the term? Shonen anime kind of thing. Did I get an item? Oh my god, I don't know. For sure, the PC version, which is not as good, apparently. PC version is a port of the PC version, or PSP version. It's a strange beast. And also, it was, when it first released, it was a really bad port. And by really bad port, I mean, like, so bad, after that, every single game they have a beta test. Thank you for the resub. Appreciate it. Also, hello. Like, it was so bad that, when the game came out, it had a bug where if you didn't have a controller plugged in, you would lag. It would be, like, unplayably bad. And the reason was because it kept doing, like, a routine that kept checking to see if there was a controller connected. So the Skya 1, the way it looks and everything would lag because it was just trying to constantly find the controller. But if you had a controller plugged in, it was not a big deal. It was just one of those oversights, because I think that was like the first big PC port they've done of any of those games. And they did no beta testing for it. And then with, the next game I think they did on PC was Phantom Brave. And they did a closed beta where they were like, hey, we need people to test this out to see if it works. I think they do that now with every single PC port. I think they didn't do that with the Skya 7, I could be wrong. But the Skya 7 is also a completely different game. It's wild. The Skya 6 ran poorly on the Switch when it released. I think it still might do so because it was so bad that like they had a option to be like, oh, what kind of graphics quality do you want? Putting that on the Switch is a bad move. If you have to put that on a Switch, your game just isn't running well at all, huh? It was the first foray into 3D, and it was missing a lot of stuff. And it was also kind of like a weird game because it inflated the numbers a lot in a way that wasn't interesting. Like level 1, you'd be at like 3,000 stats, and it'd be like, what's the point? messed up if you did put glitch on a console in general. Well, it wasn't a graphical glitch. It was just that if you have it at full quality, the game they would have to run at like 20, 30 FPS, and then you have to like make it so blurry and terrible for it to run right. And on this, if you wanted to run at full frames on the Switch. But yeah, this Gaia 6 is also not great, from what I hear. Again, a lot of it has to do with the, I feel like the number inflation had a lot to do with it, too. Like, when I mean number inflation, I mean, like, level 1, you started with, like, 30,000 sets of everything. So it was kind of just pointless. It was almost like they took, like, the decimal points that don't exist and just made them visible, and just put a comma instead to be like, look at how high our numbers are. And it's completely pointless. This Gaia 7 fixes that and changes it to be just how it normally is. Although the item world is completely different in a way that I think is super interesting and fun, and could completely break the game early on for the story, but like again, post-game is where it shines, so the item world is so interesting, and the way you have to get items is interesting. It's no longer just kill everything on the floor to just, you know, get max levels. You can sometimes just go onto a floor and be like, oh, you just need to kill one enemy and just clear the floor now, and then you get like all the levels you were going to get on this floor anyway. If you take another turn, then you're going to lose levels. So you just need to go for the exit gate. It's kind of cool. I'm going to talk about it in detail when I actually stream the game, because it's so good. It's such a good game. I may be biased on that one. Also, Perillica is one of the best characters in the series. My favorite now, I think. And I liked Raspberry. But Perillica, oh my god, I love Perillica. Perillica is so funny. They made a character that was an otaku of a certain netherworld, and she is just the epitome of it. And it's so funny, because she can't even pronounce udon noodles. She pronounces them udon and soba. She is so funny. I love her. Yeah, she is so good. Oh, she is so good. I love her. Then she does the thing where, like, she tries to say a popular phrase, but she keeps messing it up, so everyone has to correct her, and it's such a fun gag. That's the thing, like, the way she comes off, she probably does. Do I have everything in here? I don't have the map. Do I bother with the... Just started, by the way. Oh, good. Oh man, that game is so good. It's a good game. Once you get to see what the item world is like, you're gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be a hell of a post game. Because the things it does is completely different, and also the way they added an item. I'm gonna grab this case. Like item, like whatchamacallit. Not stats, but like perks, I guess you can say, where items have like extra have passives, and you can pass those along to like a different item and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. Like I have an item that just lets me warp instead of walk. I mean, that can be just a ability or whatever, but it's kind of cool that's on an item. The way to change who my character on the map is, I'd rather not be the main dude, even though he seems alright. You can change that when the item assembly, or the, assembly is available. Not the item assembly, the, you know. Yeah, once that's available, then you can just do that for free. You just have to go to the, item assembly, talk to Plenaire, and then you can just do change controllable character and choose. Just send it, yeah. You have to wait for that, though. It's very good though. Like once you start getting into the meat and potatoes of the game, then you're just gonna be like, okay, yeah, this is good. Especially the item world. The item world is nothing like the previous games. I don't know if it was like this in 6. I don't think it was. The item world is completely different, and they'll be in a way where you kind of go, well, this can either this is going to be really difficult, or it's going to be the best way to level up and just breeze through this so I can get to the post game as fast as possible. The one thing I would highly recommend, though, this will just save you some time. If you have an angel cake, do not get rid of it. Do not get rid of it. Do not get rid of it. You'll know when it comes up. I am not kidding. I needed an angel cake for like 25 hours of the game, and I could not find one. I got extremely lucky with getting one. Angel cakes. Like, it's like not even like something that's really hard to get. But apparently it's like the hardest thing to get in the fucking game. I don't know why. Like, I got the final sword twice, 3, 4 times. Not the final sword, but like the tier 39 sword. Multiple times. Zora's in logic. Nice stun reward anyway. Okay. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Once you get to the item world, you need to get the item world open, and you need to get the juice bar open. Those two are incredibly good. The juice bar is just so interesting. That's how you get your stats growing from without, like in this guy of 5. Again, I'm gonna skip 6 because I did not play 6. This guy of 5, the way you had to get your item stats was to put enemies in revenge mode. And then like you get their like spirit shards or whatever, or you have to like capture them and then interrogate them and then convert them into extract. And 7, they're like, yeah, no. You can get stats from either doing like item world exploration, which there's a whole thing about that, which is cool, or you go to the hospital and use the gacha. Unlock the gacha. Hospital gacha, broken, but also very important. Like, immediately start using that gacha and level it up at every given opportunity. We're gonna have to double dip Eastern, but that's fine. Because you'll not only get items, you'll also get stat buffs, and those stat buffs are just free. Like, if you just want to put, like, in the late game, the gacha gives you, like, 100,000 of a stat. You can just put that on anybody. So if you get to make a brand new character, you can just put 100,000 stat on them immediately. It's kind of wild, but a lot of fun. I wonder what I'm supposed to do then. I guess Hyrule Castle might have something. Well, actually I can do Pod as well. I can't complete it, but there's a few things we can do. Yeah, 6 is a weird beast. I played, I think, might have played the demo of it, and I was like, yeah, I'll pass. Also, I guess I wasn't really interested in the main characters. Hirilika is really good as a secondary protagonist. Fuji's actually a super good protag as well. Oh, they're all really good characters. I think the worst one is Ieyasu, who is supposed to be a piece of shit, so I could kind of forgive him for that. Everyone else is cool. I also really like the setting of it. It's really cool that they decided, oh, we're gonna do like a, you know, a Japanese, themed Disgaea game. I think it's kind of neat. I didn't mean to save and quit. I probably should have just, mirrored and go straight to pod. Dang. But no, Perillica... Oh god, I love Perillica. Hello! Perillica is such a good character. She's so nice and cute and just... What? It's just a fun character that... I can go on without Perillica. Ability to throw stuff. Yeah, that's been a thing since. Wait, hang on. Do we not have the map? We do have the map, so we gotta check this. Maybe with any def was 3. So Disgaea 4, I think, had Montas. I might be wrong on that. I know the 5 had it. Leave. That's the key in the... Yeah, once you got like the Disgaea 4 and 5, there was a lot of stuff you can do. The Disgaea 4, I think, was the first one that introduced the Kara world, which allowed you to build up your aptitudes. So if you wanted to, like, whatchamacallit, like, change your percentages of what equipment aptitudes do, you can just do that in 4. And then in 5, they streamlined it to be a part of a board game. And in 7, it involves character class mastery. So just take your character classes and just master them. Like, as soon as you have the option to change your character classes, do it. Like, immediately, like, unlock that, start grinding those up. Because that's how you get your aptitudes up, and that's how you can make everyone stronger very quickly. And it's free. You don't have to go to... You don't have to do what you had to do in Disgaea 5, which I think you had to do, like... Oh, what did you have to do in 5? You had to, like... go to the assembly to change that. In 7, you just go to your status menu at any time. So even in the middle of combat, like, once you master a class or whatever, you can just change your class in the middle of battle, so you can just grind the next one without having to change. It's cool. It does a lot of really good stuff to make the grind and fun and simple, but also still have that, you know, classic Disgaea depth if you really want it. And I'm happy for it. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do in that game. Oh man, it's probably, I think it's probably the best Disgaea game. I'm gonna make a video on it, and I'm probably gonna stream the story for it without trying to grind as much as I can, because grinding makes the story missions like extremely easy. Once I did the item world, the problem with the item world is that it's very easy to just go in and just like do it once, and now all of a sudden, oops, you're too powerful. And I mean, this game in particular, it's extremely that. And but like extremely so. I don't need this item. Because like in previous Disgaea games, to level up your item, you had to like go through the floors and whatnot. In this game, since the way the item bonuses work, you can just like go into the item world and be like, oh, you know, complete in 1 turn. You complete it in 1 turn, and then you're like, okay, well I got some levels for my item, which is like 3 levels. And there's other ways to increase it, of course. I'm climbing the tower. There's a lot of depth. I can go onto that game for hours, I think, at this point. I'm still learning a few things here and there. I haven't looked into the abilities a lot either, so there's probably some abilities I could look into that are like super optimal or whatnot, but I'm not too worried about that right now, because you can kind of just wing it. Again, it's Disgaea, like, you don't really need to worry too much about being the most optimal, unless you're like trying to gain the ranked battles for online. Which doesn't really do anything. You do get some bonuses. Participating in the ranked battles, register your party. Doesn't matter how strong they are. Do like, if you can do one battle, and then, you know, you get like, I think they just give you like 10,000 hell for just participating. So you can just get some free money. Money's not really an issue, but like early game it is, because early, I feel like this Disgaea is one of the first Disgaeas where the early game is like extremely different in terms of like how it works, because in other games you can break it super easily and quickly, especially because how quick it is to unlock the item world. In this one you have to wait for the item world, and even so you don't have all the features for it, which will make you super powerful until like a later chapter. There's an item in the basement. God dang it. Well, Thieves Town is done. No, I've been enjoying Disgaea 7 so much. I'd show my stuff on stream, but it's spoiler stuff. Like Gorilla Concept, I noticed some digi-like design elements. The fact that she's a cat doesn't really, you know, change the fact that she's still a good character. She is extremely good. She also has a cat printy. She is a fun character. I just love her. I also like the thieves again. The thieves are always good. The thief will always be my favorite class in Disgaea. It makes me wonder how they're going to do the next game, because, well, that's a good thing to get now. Doesn't really do. Oh, I can do swamp. That's a lot to do. What is... If I abandon Spike Cave, I guess I can do it. I should probably just do it. I love Perillica. She is so fun. And the in between the chapters are like the funniest thing. This guy always does the gag stuff where it's like in between chapters to like kind of like make up a story or like do a parody. They freaking parody a, whoa god, what do they parody? Like Kaiji, you know, that Mahjong manga or whatever. And that's like, oh god, that's a hell of a pull. What a game. It's awesome. This guy is awesome. I think this guy is like one of those games that like, you'll know you like it by just knowing if you like strategy RPGs and just like playing them forever. This guy is one of those you can play forever. Anyway, as I am done gushing about that for now. I've also been playing Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. Did you know that game's also pretty good? Probably one of the most accessible fighting games for me. I got Street Fighter 6 when people were playing it, and then everyone kind of dropped it at the same time, so I kind of stopped having interest in it. I am not Lowain. I am Belial. Happy New Year, thank you. I ended up being a Belial main. Which is wild to think about, because that's not a character I would have normally go for, but once I played him, I was like, hang on a second, can I make this work? Yep, I don't know his combos, like his super big combos, but I know, seems a lot better now. Oh, it is so good. I had the original, and I never played it, because the people I was going to play with never really played it. So now that it has rollback, and I can play online, and just, like, see where I'm at, and actually learn, and get my ass kicked, it's been a joy. Oh, I have a shovel. No, I'm a Belial main. He's very busted in a way. They're not like super busted. I have incurred his money. Narmaya is interesting. I like her. I don't think I could do stance characters like her. But I think it's easy to get into any of the casts in that game. Unfortunately, the most busted character is Nier. Freaking Nier. What a character. We're gonna... You know what? Let's just do Swamp. Nier 2B. Yeah, I'm wondering how 2B is going to be. Like, Nier is incredibly busted right now because she's a puppet character and they overtuned her to hell and back. To the point where it's just like, she can basically do like half of your health with no, like, mid-screen or something like that. It's absurd how much damage she has and how easy it is for her to just, like, juggle you, and there has nothing you can do about it. You have to, like, stop her immediately, but she can still destroy you. I got destroyed by a Nier online. I was like, ah, dang it. Yeah, that's gonna happen. But it's funny, too, because I'm playing ranked. I never play ranked on these fighting games, and, this Steppy's guy, right? I did one time. Steppy's. But his whole thing is that he has his main power, or like his main like unique ability is that he can counter. Like he does a walk up to you. He does a walk up to you with his hands out, and if you touch him with an attack, he counters you. That's his whole thing. Belial is so over the top too. The fact that his counter is called "Give Daddy Some Sugar" is ridiculous. That should tell you everything you need to know about his character. Hello, Chris. Talking about Grand Blue Fantasy Versus and how I'm like really into that game now. But Cagliostro is pretty cool. I wanted to learn her a little bit because, you know, it's Cagliostro. Cagliostro kind of is cool. There's a free version. I would definitely pick up the free version, see if you mesh with the mechanics, and go from there. That's how I did it. Like right now in rotation is Nier, Cagliostro, Soares, and I can't do that yet. And Rand's always there. But does Sex play like Sex? Sex plays like oh god, he's a speedy character. He can throw like a shadow clone out at you and then like warp to it. And he can choose not to warp to it. But if you like do damage to it, like it does damage to him or something like that, it's a little strange. I don't have. Oh, I know what I can do here. Is that what it's called? What? You mean Sex? Yeah, his name is like Sex. It's called Sex. I think it's that way you pronounce it. That's how they pronounce it in game. It's weird. Yeah, he's definitely like the Chip Guilty Gear kind of thing. He has a counter as well. He has a parry counter as well. Not like Belial's. Belial's, he'll walk up to you. With his hands out, and you know it's a counter. Oh wait, I need to actually hit that. Like he'll walk out and like taunt you basically, and then Sex he'll just stay in his place and do his counter. So it's a little different. And the main reason why it's important for Belial's to be different is that he has a command grab that he just walks up to you very menacingly. He'll just like walk up to you and then command grab you. It's easy to tell. It's like the easiest command grab to avoid. However, if you do the super version of his command grab, it looks like his counter. So you might be like, oh cool. So he's going to do his counter where if I just attack him, he'll counter. So I'm just going to go up and grab him. And then he grabs you instead. It is the best thing to grab people, to like throw people off. You just do like a few counters like that, and they're like, oh, you're countering? I'm gonna go up and grab you. Nope, I'm grabbing you instead. Never mind. Also, his projectile is awesome because it's a fireball kind of thing, except you can change the trajectory of it. You can like shoot it forward and then press another button in the special, and you can either make it go like stay in place, or you can make it go left or right in the air. And there's also a way you can launch it into the air and then bring it down to the ground towards your opponent or towards you or towards the ground. There's so many different options you can do. It's kind of wild. Anila is just Terry Bogard. They didn't even try to hide that. One Green Grand Blue Fall Guys. Nope. I think the most I gotten is like 6th place. Wait, I gotta go this way. Like, I might load up the game after this just to be like, hey, we're gonna check it out. I'm gonna assume do this the hard way. Hello. But I've been enjoying Belial, which is wild, because that's not a character I would normally choose. Like, the characters I was thinking of choosing would be like, I was thinking of like Anila, mostly. Thank you. Anila or, Cagliostro? What were like my 2 picks? Maybe even Charlotte. But then I like started playing some of them and I'm like, you know what? I think I like Belial's playstyle. It's a fun playstyle. Yeah, Neela is just Terry Bogard. It is just kind of wild that was just Terry Bogard with sheep. Thank you. Appreciate it. Do I have everything? Wow. I have everything in here. Yseri, I'm all for it. Yeah, she's absolutely like... That's like, even in the original Granblue, not even just a fighting game, they make reference to, like, Terry Bogard. Like, they don't... I think. Like, some of her moves are just completely based off of it. So, like, just putting her in a fighting game made sense. The only character I will change off of from Belial at this point, unless I manage to like load up somebody else, which is actually is not a bad thing. You can literally, like, if you know how to play one character, you could probably play another character. It's not like other fighting games where like you're kind of stuck with like a certain archetype or whatever. You can probably play another character because they all have the same like kind of move sets a little bit. You just have to adjust here and there. It's kind of cool. The game's cool. We're done with this dungeon though. There goes the cat. Anila's not as strong though as other characters, but like in a game where like the tier list is kind of like what? The lowest tier is B? What do I do? I gotta do Pyramid Fairy. What the hell? We're doing Pyramid Fairy. Like when the lowest tier right now is currently B tier. That's kind of wild. And a lot of the characters are A and 1 S tier. Freaking Nier. The only time I will change my character is if they add Vikala to the game. I want to be the mouse girl. Like, Vikala is just so precious. I love her. She's my favorite Grand Blue character of all time, period. Just... She just seems like extremely upbeat when she has her mouse ears on, but then she takes them off, and then she's the most socially anxious character ever. I love her. You can have her as a partner if you have, like, the deluxe edition or the season pass for, like, the characters. And, she just talks down to herself, and it's so sad, but I love her. I really hope they add her to the game. I don't think they're going to. Linear, he switched up. Yeah, I mean, Nier is currently S tier, so I can see why maybe not sticking with them is a good idea. Just because she is a little powerful, extremely powerful. And you know they're gonna nerf her. Her gimmick is keep her headband away from her. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. I mean, she is a puppet character, and they just didn't, you know, they didn't really give her. They made her do too much damage and do a lot of options, and she shouldn't have. Yeah. She is a lot. What do I do here? I guess I could turn in Zora. And save and quit, and we still have the Tower of Hera basement I gotta keep in mind on. What do I need? I need Fire Rod, Bow, I have Palace of Darkness that I have to do, maybe Bow's in there. Fire Rod, Cane, Ice Rod. Oh, they could be anywhere. God dang it. Oh, are you playing Tactics? I have not played Tactics on stream yet. I haven't played Tactics in years. I want to sometime. The only problem is it's a little slow. Especially after playing so much Disgaea, where you can like speed it up. Hello. It's kind of hard to go back to it. I think we do this. I'd probably play the original, honestly. I had more experience with the original, and also, like, you know, I'm sure the Word Alliance remake is good. With the animation fix patch. Oh, is that the one? Oh, is that because of the PSP being like PSP? So like the load times between animations are a lot? Is that what it is? That slowdown. Maybe I could have gotten Vikala. You could have gotten Vikala as a the little partner that's in the corner that talks to you. If you have like the character pass, season pass or something like that, or the deluxe edition. It had slowdown. Yeah, so Disgaea 2 on PSP actually had that issue as well. Every time you did like a special skill, your character would spin their weapon around for a little bit, and then the animation would happen. And so if you did like 3-4 characters do that, they would all just do that. So you'd have like a character would spin their like gun, do the skill, and then the next character would spin their sword, do the skill, and the next character would spin their spear, do the skill, just because it was trying to load up all the animations. With a break date, eventually turn the game speed down to 50% during spells. Oh my god. Yeah, on Disgaea 2 PSP, the spells were just, they'd have to be loaded in every single time. PSP, could have been good. It was not... Well, I mean, it was good for what you could do for it, I guess. Holy shit. They also went affect one of the running from immediately, but not 100% refining. PSP was an interesting system. I never really got big on the PSP or the PS Vita, but I did have a PSP, and the only game I really did was Skya 2 PSP. It's a shame that they're why am I doing this? Get a dash. But Disgaea 2 PSP had a lot more issues than just that. And one big issue they had was the DLC for Disgaea 2 PSP. They never finished the DLC for PSP Disgaea 2. Because it launched, like they launched the DLC and it was so buggy for like the first first set of characters that they had to release one of the characters for free as an apology. And then the next set of characters, it was like they only had like 4 DLC characters available. Hey, what am I doing? Yeah, I'm going this way. On the PSP. I feel like those kind of games are kind of strange because of PSP limitations. Also, hello. Again, I played way too much Disgaea 2 PSP. It's a shame that I would say, like, PSP, I think Disgaea 2 is still a really solid game if you like Disgaea 1. It does some quality of life stuff that's really good. Unfortunately, I feel like the story elements may have aged really poorly. Taro has a nickname that I don't like, anymore. So it kind of sucks. August and face interesting. Other than that, like Disgaea 2 is a good game. But now with like, you know, you have other options for Disgaea now, especially on PC. If you have a PC, if on PC they now have you have like Disgaea 1, 2, 4 complete, 5 complete, and then 7 and 6 and 7. I'd say to skip 6, honestly. I think that for Disgaea 2 PSP, the DLC they had for it was like, I know Gig was planned for it, and then I don't think Gig ever came out on the PSP. Because they just broke the DLC so bad for the American release. Like, it was so bad that, like, if you had Plenaire, I think she just said different voice lines. Like, other character voice lines. Like, it was busted. I love it. Adele is fun. Adele's main personality is, I'm gonna punch it. And that's all it is. He's gonna be so powerful that he's just gonna punch every demon, because he's not a demon. He's gonna save everybody from being demons. That's his whole story. Adele's a fun protagonist. Rosalind's a fun protagonist as well, that goes well with Adele. Like, I'm not a shipper. Let's go ahead and put that out there. I don't ship characters that much. There's times where it's like, yeah, that's fine. Disgaea, Adele and Rosalind, they're the couple of the Disgaea franchise. You know that Valvatores has something with penguins? Oh, Valvatores is a Prinny instructor. Basically, he's like one of the most powerful demons, and like, in terms of the story, he's like one of the most powerful, like a very powerful demon lord. And he makes a promise with, he's a demon with wow, whatchamacallit? He's a demon with a conviction. Like, I guess, like, if he makes a promise, he goes through with it. So he makes a promise with a human where the human is just like, you know, promise me you won't drink blood unless you scare me. And then Valvatore is like, I promise. And then all of a sudden the human dies, so now he loses all of his powers because he stops drinking blood, because he made a promise and he's still gonna hold it up, even if she's dead. So he gains his power. So in order for him to even keep any kind of semblance of power, he eats sardines, which is why he's obsessed with sardines. So whenever you see him like talk about sardines, that's why. And then there's Fenric, who is his basically his like what is it, like steward or something like that. And you know, people ship them because the way their dynamic is basically made for that, honestly. But Fenric is also like a very cunning demon, like and like tries to like sneak blood into like his food and stuff like that. It's kind of wild. This guy of 4 is honestly worth it just for Valvatore, who's completely gullible and also just extremely funny. And then you have Fenric, who is just like extremely devious. Thought it was just because of his friendly structure idea. No, it's because like he was supposed to be like, he was one of the most scariest demons out there, and then he stopped drinking blood, which is bad for a vampire. I'm gonna just mark that as complete. Mark this as complete. We're gonna. Yeah, that's basically it. He definitely has strong himbo energy. Like, even in chapter 1, you can see that. Because there's just a part where you, like, meet a character. And, like, this character gets killed off immediately. And it's somebody that's being a piece of shit to him. And he's just like, no, I will avenge you. And Fenric is just like, you tried to kill us. It's just so funny. Axel is playable. Axel is a good character. I love Axel. I'm glad he's like a recurring character every now and then. Even if it is as DLC. Axel's cool. Axel's an idiot, but Axel's funny. Like, Axel is definitely one of those like characters that is like, yeah, this is like 100% a Disgaea character. You want a character like this in a Disgaea game. Axel's in 6 and 7 as DLC. I know he's in 5 as DLC. 4 was the last time he was in a story. Yeah, 4, he's like throughout the entire plot. You know what was weird about... Okay, I can't really say that. It's a spoiler for like a gag. So I can't really say. They do make a reference to Disgaea 2 specifically in later on, and it's like, oh, hell yeah. I'm glad they... That's a reference that I wasn't expecting. Isn't he still alive at that part too? He's still alive. He's alive throughout the entire game, yeah. That's what's really funny about Disgaea 4. Ah. I am out of practice. How long are Disgaea games on average? Depends on what you're trying to get out of it. If you're talking about storyline, you can definitely complete the storyline in like probably about like 10-15 hours without any kind of grinding. You might have to do some grinding, but if you avoid like the item world where you like overpower yourself, it'll probably be like about 15 hours and you actually get some strategy out of that. Yeah. Post game, just however long you want it to be. To put it in perspective, I've been playing Disgaea 7 for the past week, and it is currently at, I think over 30 hours. And I already have a character with max classes, has like 10 million stats on like attack and stuff. So like you can get pretty far in there, but I've also disabled all the animations and stuff like that. After a certain point, you can actually the one thing about the Sky games later on that I really appreciate is they allow you to turn off. Who hasn't played Beyond 5? Is 6 worse than 3? Yes. Like, to put it in perspective, the first thing I will point out with the Skya 6 is it has number inflation in a negative sense. So, like, if you, like, you know, like at level 1, your stats are, I think, at like 30,000 for everything to start with. Level 1, at the very beginning of the game. So at that point, you're just making number inflation for number inflation's sake, you know? If I walk forward, I can hit that. It's both the items, what the hell? Yeah, and also it's like on the Switch, it ran super poorly to where they had to put in a graphical, toggle where it just made the graphics look really blurry, and I think it was missing like a lot of classes in comparison to previous games. And like I looked at the class list, I'm like, oh my god, they got rid of like nearly all, like half of them are gone. Like the mainstays are gone. You can't do that. Very progressing. Yeah, after a certain point, you're just like, yeah, there's nothing going on here. Yeah. And then there was, but yeah, and also I don't think the story was very interesting from what I saw from the demo. Like, it didn't capture me. Whereas the Skya 7 immediately starts you off with, like, hey, you know, you got a cool demon samurai kind of guy, and then you go straight to the person who is obsessed with, calling herself an otaku of another world's culture. And not even able to pronounce, soba noodles, right? And also she has a Frenny with cat ears. Like, how can you not like that? It's really good. Their dynamic is also, like, the dynamic between the two characters is also super good. God, what do I do here? I guess I'm gonna have to go back to Tower of Hera. After this. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with 6 that are bad, and you can probably talk to somebody who's actually played it. They'll tell you, like, yeah, the story ain't great. It's not, like, exciting. The main character seems like whatever. Like, one of the things that happened with later Disgaea games, I feel like, is that they go towards more the shonen anime route, where the story is just, oh, character needs to grow stronger to beat the final boss, whereas in, like, Disgaea 4 is kind of like that, but also Disgaea 4 is over the top, and I can kind of be fine with that. Disgaea 7 is kind of a return to form in that regard, of the old form of the story. They did it already? Yeah, they did. Yeah. Disgaea 7 goes back to, like, the Disgaea 1 kind of story, where it's sort of just like, you know, we're demons, we gotta be evil, but also, like, you know, Perilika's the nicest character in the entire... Like, Perilika is so nice and fun. I love Perilika. Except 7's the rest of the series. So Disgaea 5, I would have considered, like, it was probably my favorite, because the post-game was very good, the loop for it was good. The only thing that was really weak about it was, like, the story. Because, again, it's just one of those games where it's just, like, the whole story ends up being about, you know, gotta get stronger. Disgaea 7 might be outpacing it. Does she out-cute Flondo? Okay, that's really tough, but also I would say, for me, personally, yes. But I never thought Flan was, like, one of my favorite characters. I like Flan. I don't hate her, but she's not, like, my favorite. Again, my favorite in the entire series has been Raspberry up to this point, and I'm thinking Perlica might actually surpass her. But you fight the final boss for like 3 chapters. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Blonde is fun. Blonde is a fun character. She's been around enough though, so it's kind of like, okay, yeah. What do I do here? Is this an aga seed? Yeah, Perlica says that, and it's really funny. She says lines wrong all the time, and it's the most charming thing. Prefer 2 over 4 and 5, but 5 was definitely my favorite mechanically. It wasn't even close. Yeah, 5 mechanically was super good. What do you think about the Kara world in that one? Do you like the Kara world? Because in 7, it's irrelevant. You don't need to do that because that doesn't exist. And also the way you get aptitude is based on your completion of character class mastery. So you don't have to grind for that kind of stuff anymore. This has to be like mitts. Yeah. So they removed a lot of that stuff, and it's in a way that actually makes it interesting. The item world is completely different. Hopefully I'm not spoiling it for people who haven't seen what the item world does. The item world changed, so also they changed how bonuses work. So that's like a big point of why they changed the item world and stuff too. If the original one dropped, it's worth playing the PS2 version of the remakes. Of Disgaea 1, the PC version is alright. There is a remake that's out on like the Switch. From what I hear, it adds in like HD graphics if you want that. But honestly, you could probably just go with the PC version if you want to play Disgaea 1 again. I missed the Kara world. There's a few reasons why I'm not upset about the Kara world going missing. Because like once you get into the post game, it's kind of just like, you know, you're doing busy work to get 5 aptitude. I think the fact that it also took up like the curry slot thing was also kind of annoying, because now it's like, oh, you have like 4 curry days left, so you're just gonna have to grind in the item world, or like the Kara world, just to get a few stats, and then go back to the item world once you have like, you know, a curry that lasts for 100 battles. That's also been replaced in Disgaea 7 with a different system. That is, not as bad. Instead of like throwing items in it, you just go to the item world, or you go to the hospital, and put some items in there and choose how long you want it in there, and you spend recovery points on those. So if you want to only do it for 10 battles, you put it on for 10 battles. I don't know if the buffs are as significant, but they're there. But so in 7, you can actually get rid of to do ability scrolls. If you want to ever make ability scrolls, you can just pass a bill that allows you to go to the skill shop to make an ability scroll. And once you master a class, you just have that character. They have that class's skill unlocked automatically. So like if you master a thief, you have the thief unique ability just right away. More bonus stuff because beat the stage in 1 turn paired to clear the stage with 1 person now. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit detrimental until you get to the fact that you can, you know, item reincarnate. Which adds a huge dynamic. You remember how quick I can beat it now? Yeah. But the item world is so much different too. It's not like the Disgaea 5 where there's an unlimited amount of floors. They've made it much simpler in terms of that. Now it's like common items are just 10 floors, rares are 20, legendaries are 30. And I know that makes it seem like there's not a lot of floors you can explore, but you can reincarnate an item and then go back into it and increase the stat. But so you can just keep doing that forever. Item points are easy to come across. So it's not like, and then you no longer have to pass bills for extra item buffs. So if you want to add movement speed and attack range to an item, you can just go do it. You can just be like, oh, add movement speed for like 100,000 points. Okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that. I'll throw that on my sword. Maybe I'll load up my save and just kind of show it off. I'll try not to spoil it as much as I can. Actually, I'm close to finishing this seed. I just need the mitts, and then I'll be in, like, you know, doing whatever I need to do next. Which I guess I could do Ice Palace. And Misery Mire, maybe? Yeah, it's changed a lot. I'll show it off. I think I'll show it off for a little bit. I was gonna start the story. I'm gonna try not to like spoil anything like that. You know? I should save and quit on this because I messed up where I was going. Like, if you like 5 mechanically, I think 7 will be right up your alley because it streamlines a lot of that stuff. And also, there's like, it's interesting how it actually manages to do a lot of cool stuff with the items. And you also be like, oh, well, I don't need like 10 of a certain item. You probably do want 10 of a certain item because there's certain benefits to it. It's kind of neat how it works. Oh my god, there's another guy in there. I have to show it off. You can break the game, but in a way that's actually like, you know, you're going to want to do it anyway. I'm on chapter 8 or 9. Okay. I'll try not to show off too much. There might be a character in my list that might be visible that I won't show too much of. What do I do here? I guess I do Ice Palace? Tiara Pendant? Nope. It is a crystal. Yeah, not having to do 100 floors is really good. In the Sky of 5, you were basically like... Hello. In the Sky of 5, the best way to do Item World was to get a whole bunch of, like, floor skips. And, you know, get a lot of, like, kill bosses, get them benefits from that. Get unique innocence in your item and whatnot. They got rid of unique innocence, so I'm kind of glad for that. I think you can get some different innocence that exists, but it's strange. Innocence I haven't really messed with because you don't really need to mess with them either. You don't have to grind for them like you do in previous games where you have to like find them in the items. You can still find them in the items, but you're not going to want to. Because you can just you can actually get item innocence just from doing the like the Did I say hi already? Hi. Hi, Gref. We're in the middle of the seed. I just have to do Aghanim to get mitts. But that's where we're at. And you can see I'm still missing a lot. I need Fire Rod and Ice Rod for being Go mode, essentially. I've been talking to Skya. But no, Disgaea 7 is definitely worth it. Okay, that was definitely worth it too. I would highly recommend 7. Maybe not the characters DLC, because that's wildly expensive. It's like the cost of the game to get DLC characters that you don't necessarily need. Even though I'm sure I would love them, I don't know if they have any story and, you know, that kind of stuff. It's it's wildly expensive. It's not like, it's also strangely only got 1 item. It's also strangely 2 items. It's also what's the way to phrase it? It's weirdly split. So like, you know, normally in DLC, Rosalind and Adele would be together. And Disgaea 7, the DLC, Adele and Rosalind are in completely separate DLCs with other characters. And it's like, you can't do that! Why'd you do that? And I think like Laharl is in a different DLC than Etna and Flan, possibly. I think it's something like that. I don't know if it's a greed thing or if they wanted to do something different with like the DLC story to kind of like give the characters a little bit, you know, variety, which I can completely understand if that's the case. I can't really judge it, but it definitely seems like a greedy tactic to be like, oh, well, if you like the Disgaea 1 characters, you have to buy like 2 or 3 DLC now, which is possible. I'm just sad that they're not going to throw in like non-Disgaea game characters into the DLC. I want Gig back. I want Gig back. If you don't know Gig, Gig is from Soul Nomad and is like the most vile character. It makes me want to play Soul Nomad just to finish it. I never finished it. But Gig is basically a demon that lives inside of a sword that possesses the main character and starts insulting literally everybody. And is a huge piece of shit. And you know what? In a game where you're supposed to be playing demons and whatnot, yeah. Did you know I really like big piece of shit characters? It's true. That's why I like Toho. I like Toho for other reasons, but there's a reason evil characters is here, but also, I do like evil characters. If they're done right and done well, and you know they're evil and you're not going to follow in their footsteps kind of deal, yeah, they're some of the coolest characters you can actually enjoy in a game, because, like, I don't want to engage with anybody in real life like that. But I do want to follow what they're doing, you know? You know, not like that, but like, you know what I mean. Like, I want to watch an evil character's story rather than watch someone who's super nice, do their thing, you know? It's weird. It's weird. I really like evil characters. They're more interesting, right? It's not just me. Like, Final Fantasy VII. Cloud is a piece of shit. I don't like that. Cloud is a huge piece of shit. But he's interesting, because the way he starts acting at the beginning of the game where everyone's just like, we're trying to save the world, you know? And then he's like, I don't give a shit. And you're like, why would you not give a shit? Like, this is important. And then it's like, okay, you know what? I can dig it. What do I... It's literally just Turtle Rock right now? Oh my god, okay. There's character development, and he starts giving a shit. But also, like... There's a lot of other stuff involved with that makes him interesting. And also Sephiroth, I know people like to say Sephiroth is like the most overrated villain, but the way Sephiroth works is like actually incredible. Is there anybody in here that hasn't played Final Fantasy VII and doesn't want to be spoiled on it? Because I can talk about that real quick. I don't want to spoil Sephiroth. For people who haven't played the game. There are people who haven't played the game, I'm sure. The media stuff of the game, Cloud just fucking abandoned everyone the minute the credits roll too, which is funny to me. Well, just think about Sephiroth. Yeah. I'm gonna go into a little bit of spoiler territory, so like mute for like the next 5 minutes if you're, or not, maybe not like 5 minutes, but you know what I mean. The thing that makes Sephiroth interesting is that he's never actually present throughout the entire game. As he goes dead rocks. Hello. He's not present throughout the entire game. It's just like a hallucination by Genova and like going through other bodies essentially. And it's interesting in that sense that he's such a strong presence in like all the media. He's literally there the entire game. It's not even like most of the game. He's there the entire game. I haven't unmuted for a bit. Okay. Yeah. I didn't want to spoil too much. But yeah, he's there for the entire game. That's why, like, when you fight Genova early on, it's kind of like a big deal. Because he's not actually there. But that's what makes him interesting. But yeah, you know. He is kind of an overrated villain in comparison, though. Especially now that they keep pushing him in, like, literally everything. Like, he was interesting in 7 for a reason, and now they're just kind of like 7 remake does kind of show that he is still kind of a big piece of shit, and I'm kind of excited to see what they do with it. But you know, yeah, I'm just curious to see what they're doing with that. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna move on from that so I don't spoil it for someone who hasn't played 7 yet. Oh boy, I'm gonna take the risk and hope Ice Rot is in TR. The only thing I know about Sid and anything past Final Fantasy VII is the banana gif. You know the gif. Banana. No, not for 6, 7. I don't know why I said 6. Or Final Fantasy 7, like, I only know from Final Fantasy 7 is Sid, how Sid is in 7, and then after that, I know nothing about, like, how he is in, like, any of the movies or extended media. But there is that one GIF you can find of Sid swirling around the banana and then saying banana. And it's, like, old internet. It's like an old internet GIF. I don't even think it's in high resolution. It's, like, a really small GIF that you have in, like, in form signatures and stuff. I love that so much. Now, after I'm done with this scene, I'm gonna show off the Sky S7. I need to show off where I'm at in the game. You got it. It'll be cool. Yeah, they're over. We're done talking about it. We're just talking about, Sid, so it's not like a big deal. I never really got that big into Final Fantasy VII. I played the game, I love the game, and then you can break that game, or you can make it super challenging. But, you know, that's how you want, it's however you want to do it. I'm not as cynical about games as other people, though, so, you know, you could probably put any game in front of me, and I'll probably be like, yeah, I enjoy this game. Oh, Bubsy 3D, I'll probably enjoy the game. That is true. I probably would enjoy Bubsy 3D. What am I doing? Get me out of here. Hello. Longest time I didn't know if your shovel took the same spot. Yeah, that's because like in the base game, once you use a shovel and turn it in, or like you use a shovel and then you get the flute from the shovel, and the shovel has no other purpose, so they just gets rid of it. Boomerang you throw into a thing and it just upgrades your boomerang to a red one. That kind of stuff. So like that's why it switches like that. Mushroom you turn in and turn into magic powder. So for the randomizer, they just decide, oh well. What if you just find a magic powder before the mushroom, and the mushroom is its own turn, and we can just fix that. That's why this randomizer is very interesting. It takes that stuff into account. Okay. We still haven't found Ice Rod. This is scary. I'm gonna have to go on an Ice Rod hunt. It might be on pedestal. Still have an item in Harrow Basement, which I might check after this if we don't find it. Oh, why did I do that? But, yeah. I need to play Final Fantasy past 9. I have not played 10 and above at all. And I feel like I'd love 10. Like, the sphere grid seems like a cool thing, and the story seems like something to be up my alley. I'm a big fan of stories that are like, you know, they are kind of like, they had their serious moments, but overall, they're not too serious. Like, 8 feels like it fits that a lot. 10 is very silly. Yeah, I love it. When Final Fantasy's silly, it's really good. Holy shit. Like 12 at big. 12 takes place in Ivalice. I need to play Tactics Advance. That's a game I haven't played yet. I played it like ages ago, because I never finished it and I didn't play too much of it. I think I would totally love that game now. Yeah, I'm glad I got the Ice Rod. We're in go mode. Maybe I'll find silvers along the way. Yeah, I think the thing I remember the most about Tactics Advance 1 is that it takes place in like the real world where like the kids are like, oh, I wish I was in Final Fantasy, and then they end up in the Final Fantasy world. And then one of the characters who wishes for that is also like a handicapped, like in a wheelchair, handicapped. And when they go over to the Final Fantasy world, they're no longer in a wheelchair. And so when it comes down to like, we need to find a way back to the real world, and that character is just like, I don't want to go back. And it's like it seems like an interesting storyline to me. Do I remember that right? I hope I'm remembering that right. I feel like I remember that. Like a character that is in a wheelchair at the start of the game ends up not being in a wheelchair when they get put into the Final Fantasy world. I'll take that. If I'm wrong, please tell me, because it's been ages since I've actually like loaded up that game. Oh shit! There was a whole plot about that. Okay, cool. I figured that was the case. Because I remembered that, so I'm like, why would I make that up? Yeah, don't go too far. I want to actually experience that story again myself. I just remembered that element, and then like years later, I was like, I remember that. Why did I not finish this game? That seems like right up my alley now. There's still a lot of games I haven't played, so I want to play that sometime. I'll play that on stream for sure, because that seems like it's a Final Fantasy game. Of course I'm gonna play it. We're doing a GT guessing game. 1 to 22? Where's that GT big key? Thank you for the resub. 4 months. 4-month streak. Hell yeah.
Full Leatherface 1 just subscribed for 4 months.
I'm hoping for 2. Because I always hope for 2. Kyle. That'll be 22 then. Because I ain't checking that first. Or third. I always check tile room last. I feel like that's just better. Because even if I don't get the big key by then. Yeah, I definitely will be able to look into, show off Disgaea 7 a little bit. At least the post-game. I'll show off, like, where I'm at and what the mechanics are, because the mechanics are a big deal. And then I'll do, like, a story playthrough eventually, where I actually play through the story and then talk about things more. Go! Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. I know it's early in the morning, so I wasn't expecting to stream. I just was like, I need to stream today. I need to make sure I stream as soon as I can. Hello. 8. 9. 10. 11. I'm like Chris' playthrough of One Shot. I'm glad he's enjoying the game. I'm glad he's having fun with it. He's got one more stream in there. And I'm excited to see the end of it. It's taking him longer than I expected, but that's just how Chris is, so... What is that, 12, 13, 12, 12? And let's not go into spoilers, because that's One Shot. One Shot's awesome. Again, One Shot's my favorite game of all time. Like, I did like a top 100 games list, and now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do it now, because, like, I thought it'd be fine, but now I'm playing through Disgaea 7, I'm like, oh, I think this might be my favorite game now. Or not my favorite game, but, like, you know, this might be up there as, like, one of my favorites. Top favorites. Which is wild to think about a game that just came out from NIS, who's, you know, doesn't have a good track record these modern days. That 7 is just that good. I think I can't even think if there's anything missing from 7. Was that 15? Yeah, if you like I would say One Shot is my favorite game, like, one of all time. The narrative is what gets me on that one, and it's so good. The puzzles are interesting. A lot of people might like to think, oh, well, it's fourth wall breaking, so of course, you know. And it's like, that's not... No. Because when people think fourth wall breaking, they're not thinking, like, Undertale. And Undertale didn't really fourth wall break other than, like, a specific thing, really. And even that was just, like, kind of a hint as to what the game's themes was about. Like, it worked with the game's themes. And One Shot, it works with the game's themes too, which is really good. Oh, One Shot. It's so good. No, Nico is... Nico. Nico's a precious baby. Nico likes pancakes, did you know that? It's funny because if you look at Nico and you look at how like the main artist draws Nico all the time, like good ship posts and stuff, which she does. Night Margin totally does, like ship post Nico all the time. It's really funny. You'd think that Nico was like a certain kind of character, but no, Nico's like the nicest, most precious character. A precious cinnamon roll. So sweet. Night Margin is also a really good artist. I really like Night Margin stuff. And Night Margin also likes to shitpost a lot, which makes it funny. When she was playing through Omori, she did a lot of shitposts in regards to that game. And I can't link any of them because they're all like major spoilers for the most part. Oh, but they're really good. There's one that made me go, oh my god, I can't believe you did this. This is terrible. I love it. You know, I would get on the conveyor belt. Jeez. Holy cow. Thanks, bombs. It's a sub 2 at the very least. It is a fun scene. My routing would have been completely different if I actually went to, like, check Aga first. Or to the, Lumberjack Ledge. If I did that, then I think I probably would have had a faster time, but that's fine. I'm not too upset. I'm not upset at all, actually. Again, this is just a fun time. I've been sitting here chatting about the Skya 7. The one game I've been playing. That was bad. Wow, I'm doing terrible. Oh, let's finish this up. I'll show off a little bit of the Skya 7. Let's just kind of show you off how that game works. Because it's honestly, I think, probably one of my favorites in the series now. I probably will need a bit more time with it and see. But it does so much interesting stuff that I really enjoy it. Oh my god, Ganon, please. Ganon! That was fucked up. Wait, I didn't catch where the silvers were. Where were the silvers at? Meyer? Oh, yuck. Disgusting. Pendant Meyer? No thank you. GG's. That was a fun one. The mitts on Lumberjack Ledge was the only thing that threw me off, but hey, you know. I one time play Final Fantasy Tactics again. It'd be kind of hard for me to do so, because again, I've been so used to Disgaea that just going back to something like that is a little bit of a hard thing to do. Yeah, this was fun. Once I see all the stats and stuff, I'm going to load up Disgaea 7. I just want to show off where I'm at and that go from there. Because I needed to gush about Disgaea 7 for a little bit while I've been playing it. Wavy coin, oh that was Quake. Oh my god, I'm so glad we didn't need that. That could have been bad. I think if Turtle Rock needed that, then we would have had to actually complete, Meyer. You know, pretty good. I do appreciate everybody coming by. I know it's earlier than I usually stream. This week is kind of a weird one, because Dot's subathon is going on. I don't know when the, because Dot's doing a, chat makes a link to the past randomizer seed. And that, I don't know when that is now. It's supposed to be Friday, but it might be moved, so I have to, like, keep myself a little open for that. If you haven't seen that, that's a fun time. Definitely worth checking out. We get to troll Dot. I have some tricks up my sleeve. Okay. I'm gonna close this out. Yeah. Boots in library again? I mean, he could do that. Give me a second. Be the host for that again? I'm gonna be... Yes. Why is it launching... What do you mean workshop for Disgaea 7? That doesn't exist. One second. Where is it? That. And... Oh, I need to turn it up on my end. Let me change the resolution on this, because... We'll just change it to... that. And looks good. There we go. So as you can see, oh, I'm 50 out, almost 50 hours in. Okay. Oops. Let me change some settings here. Let's see, make sure the audio. I'll turn it up a little bit. And you know what? Let's just slow it down. I'll skip geo panels because that's whatever. Anyway, this guy is 7. It's a strategy RPG. It's one with a lot of numbers. To put it in perspective, here's the main character, Fuji. He's kind of got a lot of stats already. He's very powerful. 13 million attack, nearly 10 million and everything else. He can do better. He can do better. Actually, he can do better right now.
Welcome to the juice bar.
Hold on a second. I'll fix this. You won't be able to get high res or... Yeah, I'll keep that for other characters.
Appreciate it.
Anyway, now that he has 10 million in defense... yeah. He's my strongest. To put it in perspective, here's a level 1 character with the basic stuff. Very low stats all around. So you can get very powerful. Let's look at 1 million points that game. Oh yeah, so let's talk about the mechanics of this game real quick. So basically, the best way to put this,
the way to the carnage
we'll go check this out real quick. We're gonna do one of these maps because these are like these are made for grinding. Real quick. The way you play, you move units. Okay, so that's not how you move a unit. There's Perillica. She rocks around. He warps because he has an item that has clock up, which allows to switch his movement type to warp. So he can just warp. So he can bypass literally every obstacle. Pits, everything, doesn't matter. His movement range is whatever it is from wherever he's standing. So he could probably, like, if this is like terrain you could stand on, he could probably warp to that if you could just stand there instead of having to, like, you know. Anyway, so you basically just give commands, you execute the moves. And that's typically it. One of the main things they changed into the Skya game from previous stuff, I don't know if it was in 6, but in 7, in this, completing a battle,
This is the way
there's
to
no
the carnage
bonus
dimension.
gauge. Instead, you have a little list of objectives on the side. And these objectives will be how you get your stuff. If you want something that's rarer, you have to clear this within 5 turns. Don't lose a unit for a silver chest, and the rest is just like no specials, 3 or more combo, kill at least 3 enemies. So you can basically like get all of this in like...
Sure about this?
So if I wanted to, I can just do this. To kind of get all the objectives done. And I'm still thing. Yes, I'll get to that in a second. There's a lot to explain. I want to gush about this for a second. Apologies if like... Oh, you're not strong enough. No one's strong enough to deal with this. We're just gonna go back to a base. Yeah. Here's P-chan, the prinny with cat ears. He's kind of a cool prinny. Anyway, I'm playing the Thief class as my character running around because, of course, Thief class is superior. There's a lot of different characters. The classes that make a return, you know, the fighters are usually like the ones that make our mainstay. They're here. The mages are always a mainstay as well. You have your martial artists. You have your healers. You have your thieves. This one is a new thief from Disgaea 6, I believe. But you get your regular thief as well. This is the best class, of course. You have your archers. You have 2 archers here. I think this one's from 6 as well. I might be wrong on that one. You have gunslinger and gunner, so you have your gun classes. They're both, you know, gun classes. I don't know what the difference is between their abilities, though, so... You have your ninjas, of course. You have your samurais. They're pretty cool. You have your heavy knights and choral knights. Heavy knights came back, finally. Those were in Disgaea 2, but I think they got dropped at, like, 5 or something like that. Choral knights, those female armor knights have been around for a while now. You have your, sorcerers make a return. They're really good. They're actually incredibly powerful here. You'll need them for certain things. New class for this game. They're, you know, Shrine Maiden, basically. The Magic Knights, of course, make a return. Lieutenant, or the Psychics, are really cool looking. They are... He's cool, I don't care. He's cool. Oh, hang on. Didn't want to skip that. You have your professors, they come back, of course. You have mecha girls. You have angels, of course, and then you have your monster classes. Some of them are mainstays. You have the little zombie maiden. These things are cute. I love them. Look at them. I love them. They are so cute. Their ability is wild. When they die, they just revive. Of course, you have your succubus. You have these from Disgaea 6. I have not used them at all, so I don't really know them too well. You have your stuff here. Crab! Crab! Crab, thank you. Crab. You can just have a crab. These guys make a return. These were in 2. And then these are, I think these are new as well. Crab. Yeah. So you have all that. You have the cheat shop. Cheat shop you have to unlock. Cheat shop's required. I don't care what you say, it's required. Because you can adjust your... So if you ever want to do grinding and you're like, oh, I need to upgrade my, you know, I want to level up. Okay, I now have 840% extra boost to experience with nothing else getting gained. So if I just want to focus on that, I can totally do that. I'm doing... What do I want? I don't need to worry about experience right now, so I'm going to lower that. Class efficiency. Characters are around. Again, this game's aesthetic also is like super good. The theming of this game, it takes place in Hinamoto, which is a very much Japanese-inspired, like extremely so. You can tell. Location, Netherworld, basically. It's kind of hard to really say that from this perspective, even though you can see it, because this takes place on a nether ship, which is basically a giant spaceship. And it's Perilika's, who considers herself an otaku of Hinamoto. So she designed this nether ship to look like it. But only by how she sees it, so she adds in like all this stuff, and it's great. What else we got? We got quests. So quest return. Unlike Disgaea 5, if you play Disgaea 5, you had a limit to how many you can do. In this, you can just have all of them. You can literally just... I could literally just go through... Oh, shit. I could just go through accept quest, accept quest, accept quest. Oh, select all. I now have 37 quests.
We're here for you.
So I can do all that. And it has like a little quest counter in the corner, which is super good. It's super useful. That pops up whenever you meet goals. So you never have to worry about that. Like, you know, in Disgaea 5, you had to like come back to the main area to see if you finished the quest and hope you did. The store. This is useful early game. It is not useful now, unfortunately, because it only has standard stuff for me. I can't use any of it, and it doesn't have any like super useful stuff. Hard candies and like a hard thing because you need that for angel cakes essentially. Skill shop.
What do you want to know?
You can create ability scrolls here. So if you have like a cool thing, no, you can just make anyone else learn it. So if you have like a story character that has an ability that you want to have other people use, like this, I can just create that scroll and now I can give it to somebody else. Of course, learning the abilities, it's all that stuff is here. Enhanced skill, you can enhance your skills this way as well. You know, the typical stuff that's been there for a few games.
Train yourself up.
There's a squad shop, which I think was also in 4. I think 4 had it in a weird way where it was like on a map, and then 5 was like, let's just make it a menu. So there's this again. I need to upgrade some of these. In 5, you had to like capture enemy units and then put them into the squad to level them up. Here, you just take experience from the juice bar to which I'll get to in a second, to level these up. So you can just level them up without having to waste units and whatnot. So there's not that much else to do there. It is useful at times. Ranked battle shop, I need to check, I need to turn in. So there's seasons. Only females for this week. Okay. I'm gonna collect. Last ranking was 9. Number of held prizes exceeded max limit. No, hang on.
Bye-bye now.
Wait, am I max level? Items? What? Oh, because I have... So I already participated in a ranked match, and they give you, like, an award. I wonder if I have to just... Can I just... Hang on, I'm gonna save, just in case. I don't think I need this item. But just in case.
This is the ranked battle shop, meow.
Number of held prizes exceeded max limit. Exceeded success. Oh, it's for the... Okay, I didn't need to throw away the bronze. That's fine. So this rank, just that's like you just put your, basically what you do is you go here, you edit your party, you assign a character, so I'm just gonna assign like Heroica, and then you, and it's not that great, so I have my total power is 60,000, which is not a lot. Upload it. This is completely optional, this one you don't have to do, there's nothing required for this. And then I can participate in a ranked battle, where I go up against other people's party members. If anybody's participated. This person's going to die. We're just like, and then it does auto battle. So this one, there's an auto battle system in this, which is very interesting.
Here I am, as promised. Go.
Also, if you like extreme battle animations, here you go. You missed, of course. Lunaire is really strong.
Usagi. Oh.
Why are you destroying the geo panels? What?
Destroy.
Why'd you do that? This is a ranked battle. I'm just doing a ranked battle to kind of show it off. Well, I'm now ranked 2. Cool. That's not gonna last. She's not... I don't have anything strong enough to deal with that. Okay, well, that's just free money and free stuff. Auto-battling can be assigned. So if you go here, Demonic Intelligence, this is auto-battles. You can actually... If you are somebody that wants to program, like, stuff, here you go. You can just... Boom. You can do all this. You can set up like auto-battling stuff. This is complicated and wild, and you can do a lot with it. And you need to do this for 1 battle minimum in the game for getting late game stuff. Absurd. There's the Dark Assembly. This is where you pass bills. You know, the usual stuff. There's a lot of stuff you can do here. You can do movement stuff, throw stuff, you can increase your stuff like that. Reincarnate puts you back at level 1. which puts me at like 1,000 base stats for everything. Holy cow! I guess, yeah, I can just do that if I wanted to. I don't need to do that right now. I'll do that later. I have stuff I still need to add in, but yeah.
Hungry.
Some of the stuff you also need to do is like there's classes, so all the characters have a class. Obviously Fuji knows all of them, mastered them. I need to get. She's on her way to doing that. Like her class is Hinamoto Otaku. Like she knows. Another thing this game does that I really like, if you really like it, edit description. So if you want to, I can make up a story. It can be about anything. Wow. Whoa. So I can do that for every character, including story characters. Which is like, it's a thing you don't need to do, but it's fun. Why not? Yeah, another thing about the equipment is every bit of equipment now has like a property attached to them. For instance, like all the items here, like Fairy Dust has the cures all ailments stat. Hamburger has an HP bonus heal, so it always heals 20%. This one has Secret Spice, increase one random stat when attacking. What the fuck? Okay, so there's reasons for that. I'll show in a second. Like here, this Sturdy Fist, and this Foundling, so increase counterattack rate by 10%, counterattack hits by 1. So you can do all this kind of cool stuff of like, you know, having a wild weapon that has like, you know, extra damage just by having it equipped. Or in this case, let's go here. This one gives you an attack growth rate. This one has clock up, which is switching movement type to warp, which is really good. I like that. It's really good. Did you know warping is super good? You can have all of this. Like attack growth, speed growth, SP growth, int growth. Like holy cow, this is a wild devil ring. What the hell? Like there's a lot of stuff you can do with all of this. So you can actually have a lot of fun with like, you know, making a weapon that works for you. There's an item world research squad. You basically put an item in here and they get put in the item. They basically go through the item world without you having to go into it. So you can see through here that I'm getting items. Things are getting up, like, you know, they're doing fights and trying to get items and like leveling up. They're not doing too hot because my item squad isn't doing too hot, but that's fine. The juice bar. So when you finish a battle, you get experience and mana. They do not go to your characters anymore. They go straight to the juice bar. So you can see I have a ton of experience here. So if I wanted to like take my level 1 here, right? I could just put them at 999, like at max level immediately. No problems. Why not? Of course you have to grind for all of that. Or if you need them to have mana, you can give them all the mana you need. So that's super useful. It also puts extracts here. So if I wanted to give Fuji extra I already have, so like Perlica can do like the hit and the res, she gets benefits from that. Just free stats. You can get speed because you're a thief. Yeah, I'll give you some extra stuff.
Obviously, it's me.
And you'll get the intelligence because I need to get you going. So yeah, that's super useful. This is like the juice bar is super good. I think that's most of the bigger mechanics that you can see. Like you're not going to get that many items from the battles anymore because of how the bonus system works. So the item world research is actually super useful for that. I just put a whole bunch of items in here and let them go. Items that I'm not worried about leveling up right now. So the item world, once it unlocks, it's very powerful. It gets more powerful the moment you can unlock more things, because here is where your innocent farm is. So if you want to farm innocents, you can put them here. Which I'm going to leave these out. So you manage your innocents from here as well as you always could. Where look at that has all the freaking innocents here? No. You can go over here. And assets are basically just extra stat buffs. So here I would have like an extra 47,000 to my speed. I can just throw that on there. Boom, done. I don't need to worry about that right now. Point exchange. You can just exchange stuff for points for free. You can see how easy it is to set that up. I have 31,000 points, and I can enhance any item. So like here, if I wanted to enhance this anymore, I can just literally go here and just go, oh, I want to increase attack. 10,000 points. Boom, done. I can increase it even more. Boom, done. Okay, yeah, attract a little? Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, keep that up. The sword just got more powerful for basically free. If I want to increase counterattacks, jump power, which I can do here, now that it's just a really powerful sword. This is just a good sword. I can increase its levels a little bit. Population level I can increase, which I kind of want to do. Sure. Item reincarnation. This one's big. This one's big. So once you max out an item level or max out an item floor and you can't go back into the item anymore, what you can do, reincarnate it, which gives you an option between, like, you know, 3 options. You get to choose which one you want with its properties. And then let's do one with actual levels, like this one. This one can turn into a gun all of a sudden. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to turn it to this, just so I can show you. You take a percentage of your stats into the item. So it has 2,973 before it reincarnates, and then I throw in the percentage. Now it starts at 2,200, and then I can level it up further. So you can just, and then also you can bring in traits. So if you don't want this trait in, you can remove it. However you want to do it, you can just whatever, and boom. What tier sword is a Costco pizza? So I renamed that because I wanted to just, like, differentiate it, because that was my strongest sword at the time. There's at least 2 swords above it. Maybe more. This is like the last rank before the biggest rank. So if I want to, I can reincarnate this into being a defensive item, which is not bad, but I don't really need it. But like here, like this can't be upgraded to anything. It could go down a rank. So if you want to, like, you know, like look at this, defender and staff defender, like defense power by 15%, staff resistance. So like those are some unique stuff. So if I want to change this over, I can do that and bring those over, and now it has more buffs. You can turn them into consumables if you really need to. So yeah, there's just so much stuff you can do here. It's kind of wild. Still the ways to go till you reach Costco Hot. Yeah, there's no joke weapons in this as far as I can tell, which is kind of a shame. Because they're all modeled, they're all 3D. So I guess they just didn't want to model all the 3D stuff. Anyway, let's check out the item world real quick. We'll go into one of these. We can change the route from here. You don't have to no longer go to floor 10 to change it. Just enter the item world. So now in order to get item levels, there's a few ways to do it. One of the ways is breaking the level spheres. Those give you extra item levels already. Hello. There's also the right side with the objectives. 3 to few deployed units, clear within 3 turns. You know, that stuff, those give you levels instead of items. So we're just gonna go grab some levels. We'll just watch a lot of these animations. I have the animations turned off because after you see them once, you kind of see them forever. They do go for a while. Just a casual 35 million. I love Ferilica. Ferilica rules. Well, don't destroy that. I need that. Well,
Your rave will go unmarked.
this is this guy at 7. Yeah, this came out not too long ago. I have it set to retro still, don't I? Whoops, my bad. Perilka is fun. I love Perilka.
Let's go.
Sky animations are still over the top as they always have been. Anyway, we finished the map. So now you can see we have all the, we got item levels from just doing the objectives, and then we also got a lot of experience for the juice bar, mana for the juice bar, as well as some money. So this is how you get money, this is how you get your mana and experience from the juice bar. And then also since we're on the item enhancement route, we just gained extra bonus levels, why not? However, the difficulty ramps up very quickly! It's hard to see it here because they're all at max level, but their stats just jump up because now the item's level 17. So their stats are immediately just destroyed here. Yeah, it's 8 and 1 floor, yeah. But that's, we'll get into that in a second. Blah, blah, blah. We're gonna leave.
Some money.
I don't wanna go through this. I got a lot of exits. So yeah, so we got our levels and whatnot. It's hard to really tell when the how much it ramps up.
It's a random
Without going to an
dungeon.
easy one, we'll go here. I want you because you got to see how easy this is to like
You sure about this?
get powerful early on.
So you want a duel? I got this. Here I am, as promised.
There's someone by the gate.
I've got this.
I think that's all the enemies. So yeah, you get your levels by just doing the objectives, basically now. So you can tell that they were like, what, level 5? And now, because of that, they're now level 7. Oh, this is like a really bad example.
You sure about this?
So you want a duel?
We'll see how fast we can get this like powered up.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Allow me.
There's still a humanoids only. Okay.
Here I am, as promised. Check it out. I know.
And now that they were level 7, we're only on floor 3. They're level 9. And how many you killed in the item? Well, maybe. Maybe it depends on the item. Hang on. We'll do like a one where it's easy to see how quickly it ramps up. Because, like, you're not going into the fairy dust. Like, you're just not. 25 might actually be pretty good. You know what? Let's do this.
I'll cut you down.
I don't think it's based on how many you've killed. I think it actually is based on how many levels it gains. I can skip animations, so that's cool.
My coat of armchairs.
Perilka, it's so funny. I love Perilka. You skip that.
My focus.
So, like, this was a level 25 item. Oh my god. Now everyone's like 73. Or it was like 45 and now we're at 73. That's how fast it goes to level up. Like, just one floor made him go from level 45 to 73. You got a bonus stage. So, like, yeah, that's how quick it is to ramp up the item world. When you unlock it, you're at, like, level 15, 20 items. So, like, they ramp up to, like, 45, 50 in, like, one floor. It is a lot in a completely different sense. It is quite a significant jump per floor.
You wish to research?
We also did not
I'll
finish
wait in the shadows.
this, so you know, it's that kind of stuff. This game is good. This game is awesome. There's a lot of wild stuff you can do here. A lot of characters to choose from. You can even, there's also one thing I really like about this game is that after you complete a story, like an entire story segment, a story chapter, you can go back and do netherworld sighting. So you can go back to this netherworld and just like talk to the locals.
Hey!
And there's just there's different stories here.
Steal it for ya.
You can go back and buy some stuff. It's kind of a cute little thing. See ya. There's also, I gotta find where is Perillica being silly in the story. Events. We're gonna go back to event viewer. You can go back and review all of the you know, all the story stuff. I love Perillica.
The samurai movie was so amazing. He sacrificed himself for the princess he loved. Hinamoto warriors must be upstanding individuals.
Ahem. Miss Perillica, your enthusiasm aside, we will soon be arriving in Hinamoto.
I love this Prinny. The voice is so good. The most serious Prinny.
Whoa! Finally! I'll set foot in the land of my dreams! Hinamoto!
I love Perillica.
Oh, right! I almost forgot! My father says proper greetings are the basis of Bushido. I have to greet everyone taking care of me on my nether ship properly. For my how you doing presents, I made my special fluffy puffy fluff cakes. My Hinamoto manners are impeccable.
As attentive as ever, Miss Perillica. Your success with your apparel company is undoubtedly due to your gentle...
So she owns a fashion company.
Ah, Piton! I'm not that amazing.
The name of the
It's
fashion
been in my
company
mouth.
is called Tempura.
Ah, that reminds me. Once you've finished your task...
I guess it was supposed to be tempura, but she doesn't know how to say words properly that are like, you know, that fashion because she's just that kind of a weeb.
The Rosen Queen Company is aboard for a...
Okay, it's telling you to go to the shops and stuff. I'm not even kidding on that one. Hang on. Where is it? Where is she? There. No, there she is. Status. There. Boom. Yeah, Tempura. Tempura. I love her design. She's fun. She is so fun. She's such a fun character. The shades do come down in some of the story segments. Small, big. Small, big. There's Fuji. Fuji's also a very fun character. He's allergic to empathy, so every time somebody just like decides to be super nice to him, he like coughs up blood. There's a story reason for it. I'm not gonna get into. Again, thief class still superior. Just love this thief class. Strong design. The oversized collar. Look at this oversized collar. It's so big, her hand's clipping into it. These guys are cool. They float. You're not gonna talk about him or her. Nope. 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 This story got more characters. But yeah, you can like go back and like view stuff. You can even like where is it? Events. You can see the event CG viewer where you can actually see like the spells have different characters to them that you see only in the spell. This looks like a VTuber.
Please visit again.
It's just like ridiculous that the amount of stuff that's in this game. And I beat the story. There's still some stuff I have to do. I love this game. And I can still do more. It's one of those games I could turn my brain off and just, you know, while there's a stream going on, I grind a little bit and just like chill and have fun. It's a good game. I highly recommend it. I'm probably gonna play the story on stream eventually. I was thinking about doing it this week, but I'll probably change my mind. That was me gushing about this guy as 7. I apologize if that was kind of like whatever. I had to. Alright, I had to. I needed to talk about it because it's good. But yeah, thank you for watching. I only wanted to do randomizer. So, I'll be streaming, I'll try to stream a little bit more this week. You know. But Dot is doing a subathon, and I'll be on there eventually. I don't know when. Doing a chat makes a link to the fast randomizer seed. And well, we'll go from there. But I'm gonna head off for now. I'm still exhausted. I need to get food too. I haven't been eating anything. Thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you whenever I go live again. Maybe Saturday. We'll see. Have a good one.